Hey, Nichole Huntsman, your astrologer from moderncosmic.com. We're going to talk about Moon-Neptune inner aspects in Synastry. So, with the moon, if you've been watching the other videos, the moon is your emotional, instinctive inner world. It's your unconscious. If your partner or if you're the Neptune person, the Neptune portion of our chart, remember Neptune is far away from the Earth, far away from the sun, the outer edges of our solar system. So its movement through our sky is relatively slow compared to, say, Mercury or Venus. And so with Neptune, anybody around your same age is going to have Neptune roughly in the same vicinity as your Neptune, the same zodiac sign at least. So with Neptune to moon, we really need to see, again, tight orbs, meaning if you studied aspects before, you understand this is the geometry between two planets. So we want to see orbs. So I'll explain to you what an orb is. So let's say you have Neptune opposite the moon. Okay, that's a 180-degree opposition. Okay, we're just dividing a circle in half. With this opposition of 180 degrees, an orb would be, let's say, for example, let's say your moon was slightly like 177. It's a 177-degree opposition, okay? That would be with an orb. Or on the other end, if it was a 183-degree opposition, okay? So just slightly more or less. That's an orb. An orb says it's not an exact 180-degree angle or 90-degree angle or zero. Okay, so basically the trick to this is just look at the number, okay, of the two planets, and with an opposition, for example, you just want to see those numbers be within 3 degrees, okay? Anyway, I'm going to do a whole other video. I've got a whole series that I'm working on that's going to be the basics of chart reading. So, long story short, with Neptune to the moon, Neptune is the zodiac sign, it's the planet that I think of when I think of it being this great dissolver. It's about the world of the formless. It covers everything from imagination, fantasy, the spirit world, spiritual things, drug use, anything that gets you out of the world of form and into the world of formless. So that would include, drug use, whether this was recreational or even medicine that you're given in the hospital, anesthesia, okay? So if you think about it, there's this element of it being out of body. There's an element of this being spiritual. There's an element of this being definitely not necessarily sexual, okay? So Moon to Neptune between two people is more of a sense of spiritual connection. It's a sense of, whether it's a sense of knowing, a knowingness, especially because you've got the moon, which is unconscious. And I think of Neptune as also sort of a somewhat unconscious planet. It's a spiritual planet. You put these two together, so it's one where you meet someone and you just have this, I like you. I feel like we belong. There's a belongingness, almost a family feeling, or a sense of, I feel like I know how you're feeling. I feel like I understand you on this very deep, spiritual, soulful level, okay? Now, we're talking about inner aspects with, romantic synastry. So this is not a sexual inner aspect. This has nothing to do with the physical body. It has to do with the emotional world of the lunar person, and it has to do with the spiritual world of the Neptune person. What can sometimes happen between these two people? This is looking at nothing else in the charts, of course, but just this aspect. There can be a little bit of confusion or delusion or projection. There can be where the Neptune person, remember the Neptune, you're Neptunizing, again, borrowing Stephen Forrest's use of the planet as a verb, right? Is that a verb? Anyway, you're activating the lunar person's emotional world in a way that's going to feel Neptunian. So the moon person is going to feel at times spiritually drawn to the Neptune person, is going to feel that sense of belongingness in a sense. Yes, that's more the Neptune person will feel the belongingness to the moon person. But the moon person can feel confusion about the nature of the relationship. And it can even, that's kind of shadow side. If you've got a very awakened lunar person, then this person could feel a spiritual connection to the Neptune person, whether that's real or imagined. That's for you to decide, for you to determine. But from the Neptune's perspective, they're going to feel that sense of spiritual belongingness. That sense also, there's a high degree of forgiveness in this combination. There's kind of this, I see you on a soul level, and I get that your behavior is not always perfect and you're human, but I see you, I kind of put you above that level in my mind. You're more than what I see here on earth. There's a deeper level to you, more of a soulful spiritual connection. So this is a very lovely, beautiful connection to have between two people, so long as the rest of the chart has some nice, some Saturn or some earthy elements to kind of like bring the couple down to earth. Otherwise, what can happen if you've just got a chart of, a Synastry chart or composite or Davison between two people where there's a lot of Neptune, there can be issues of the relationship being really floaty and being either one that never sort of materializes in the real world, or it's one where there's a high degree of idealism, but the relationship's not, it can never kind of come together. There can also be disillusionment with a strongly Neptunian chart. There can also be, I've seen this with clients where, let's say you've got, let's say when we do the POV, like I do this one chart where we do a Davison of the relationship, and then we do a Davison with each partner. And I've got one couple where the partner, she has this huge stellium, all in Pisces for the most part, all in the 12th house. And so her perspective of the relationship, she is completely asleep to what the relationship is. And this relationship in particular has some amazing, incredible past life stuff happening. If there's such a thing as past lives, I'm telling you this, and especially knowing this couple and how the relationship has developed and unfolded, it's uncanny how it matches the patterns shown in their past life stuff. So point being, you will see some strong Neptune contacts in charts between two people who are soulmates. Neptune to the moon is a soulmate connection. It is one that says, I know you from a soul family place. I know you on a very deep level. That's a lot more to do with the formless than the formed. And not that has more to do with it, but the world of the formless is very much a part of how we're interacting with each other. You just got to be aware of disillusionment. You've got to be sure you're seeing this person clearly. If you've got Neptune, Mercury stuff also, then that's definitely a red flag. You need to make sure that both partners are very clear about what the nature of the relationship is. You got to have a lot of those, what is that called? The state of, what is it? Not the state of the relationship, the DTR, whatever those are. The relationship talk. So other than that, you just need to be sure that you're both definitely in the real world when it comes to communicating with each other about what you're expecting from the relationship. Okay. Other than that, let me know if you've got thoughts about Neptune Moon. This is just a little quickie, and hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.